Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about another big fear that people have when they get into this online space and the online world. What if you invest all this money and it doesn't work out? Something I hear all the time, and something that I honestly thought about when I first started. When I got started, I think it was about $14,000 that I was going to invest into, a business that I had no idea if it was going to work. I had 30 jobs before I was 30 and I had tried a lot of different things. And let me tell you, I did not invest that much money every time I started something, right? So it was a big risk, but it's something that people really get in their head. Like, the fear again stops them. What if it doesn't work out? What if I spend all this money and nothing happens, and I basically prove to myself and other people who already think that, this is a scam or whatever, that I can't do it. And let me just tell you some advice. So let me just tell you some advice. You can look at it two different ways. If you don't start, you are guaranteed to have nothing happen. Your life will stay exactly the same. So if you ended up here on this page or watching the web class or, checking out my content because you were tired of the 9-to-5 grind, you wanted more time, you wanted to see your kids more, you wanted to travel more, you freaking hate your job, and you wanted to make a change. If you don't make a change, and if you don't invest anything, and if you don't try, it is a guarantee that nothing will change, right? You're just going to keep scrolling Instagram late at night, binge watching Netflix, binge watching Instagram, looking at all these people living their lives, and you're going to see more and more of this kind of stuff of people like trying to make a business happen, going for their dreams. Honestly, what's going to happen is you're going to get more and more resentful. You're going to have moments where you're going to think like, why didn't I just do it? Like, why? And the thing is that our bodies and our nervous systems are wired to keep us safe. So when we go and we do things out of the unknown, our bodies are always going to, like, fear is always going to be louder than your intuition. Your intuition is going to know right away, like, yes, I should do this. This is the thing. Like, go for it. This is going to get you to that dream life. But your fear is always louder. So you're going to be in your head thinking like, your fear is going to actually reassure you. They're going to be like, oh, no, you know what? You were right. You shouldn't have done that. It doesn't work. It's not going to work out for you. It didn't work out for so-and-so, who tried something years ago, Beachbody or something. And you know what? You're safer like not doing it. You're smarter not to do it. But the reality is that anybody in network marketing who has actually made it up into the top ranks, they're not unicorns. They're just people that knew that there is no failure in network marketing unless you quit. The people who fail are the people who quit, which is why when you go online and you Google success rate in companies like the one I'm in here, it's like 1%. It's because so many people quit, right? So yeah, you have to just believe in yourself and know that it's actually riskier not to try anything than to take the steps, do the scary thing, learn the new skills, join the online business, like make a change. Of course, it's like, I'm not speaking specifically just to our business, but in anything that you try. One, make sure it's a real legit business like the one we have. We've been around since 1974. We're part of the Direct Selling Association. Like, we have a legit business model. We have a patented compensation plan. We have a device that's found in cancer clinics around the world that we're a distributor for. We've got people that are making, 5, 10, 20, even up to 80K a month that have been doing this for a while. We have the results, and in our platform, we have the proven system. So yes, make sure it is a real company. But two, make sure that you are willing to do the work, because the only person you can blame is yourself. So the only reason that this wouldn't work out is if you quit. So like I said before, you are guaranteed to not have a change. You are guaranteed to stay exactly where you are if you never take a risk. The only people, like the people that are entrepreneurs and that have made lots of money, they all have some kind of crazy story where they were like, everyone in my life was telling me not to do this. I didn't have any money when I started. I didn't know what I was doing, but I jumped in and I figured it out. And the people that do that and know, like, if you're someone that like knows if a problem comes up, you figure it out. You work through it. You don't just sit and wait and, stall out. Like, you figure it out. If you're that kind of person, then you will be great at this. When I started, I had no idea if this is going to work out, but I was tired of working 9-to-5 jobs. I was tired of working for somebody else's dream. I was tired of being told that, I could only have so many vacation days a year. I was tired of being stuck inside an office under fluorescent lights working with people that I didn't have anything in common with. And so I took a risk. I saw people having success. I saw it was a real system, or a real company. I saw it had real step-by-step system. I saw the proof, and I believed in myself. And it's okay if you're not there yet. If you're like, I don't believe that I can do this, then maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you need to do a little bit of, personal development work and really look at yourself and like what you want and get clear on how bad you want it. Because I had spent years traveling in my 20s. I knew what freedom felt like because I had it already. Most people don't experience that kind of freedom till they're in their 60s when the system tells them they can retire. But I had experienced it already. So I knew what I wanted. And I knew that anything I want, I can figure out. And so if you're somebody like that, just know that it's riskier not to try the thing than to just sit in the sidelines and just wish that you had done it, right? I also told myself when I started this business, and if you've already watched the web class and everything, you kind of know what I'm talking about. There's different packages and ways you can start our business. So I looked at it like, you know what, I'm going to go all in. I want skin in the game. I want to give myself a reason to be like, okay, I spent this much money because I'm going to commit to myself that I'm going to make this work. And I did it. Like, I went in, I've been doing this for over a year now. I didn't know what I was doing, but I got plugged into the system. I learned all the skills. I'm still learning. We're constantly learning in this business. I did personal development work. I grew as a person. I kind of faced some of my limiting beliefs that I might have had about myself. And everybody has something that they have to work through. When we say in this business that this is literally a personal development journey with a compensation plan attached, like, we're not joking. And every entrepreneur and network marketer will say the same. Like, you have to leave the old version of you behind to become the version that you want, the version that's living the life of your dreams, right? So just know that sitting and waiting and being too scared is way riskier than actually doing something, right? Starting the business. And the thing is that you're never alone in our business. We have an amazing community of people who are all going through the exact same thing as you. They all took that big scary risk. They invested when they didn't have the money. Most of us didn't have the money when we started, and that's why we got started, because we wanted to earn back our ROI and then profit from there, right? I also told myself, because I invested I invested about $14,000 when I got started. It might be a little more now as prices have changed since then, but I just told myself, okay, at the level that I got started at, if I can just make 5 sales in 1 year, I will have at least paid back my initial investment, and I'll be happy with that. And worst case scenario, if I sell nothing, I end up with these amazing medical grade products. Like, we work with a product that is found in cancer clinics around the world. It is literally healing people. For me, I had 20 years of chronic neck pain. Even if I had made no sales in my first year, which is not what happened for me, but even if I'd made no sales, I had 20 years of chronic neck pain. I started drinking the water that is made from the device that we distribute, and within 2 days, all of my chronic neck pain was gone. So that alone made this business so worth it for me that I would have been happy even if I'd made nothing, just knowing that I now had a better quality of life because of joining this business. So if you're somebody that is, on the fence, or you're thinking about it, just know nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you want to learn more about the business, feel free to click the link below, check out my Instagram, DM me Freedom. I'd be happy to send you our free 25-minute freedom-based business blueprint that explains all about the business, and you can go from there. So just remember, nothing changes if nothing changes.